Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey. And welcome to the chat, to everybody from the pre-show. And you made it just in time. We've just done the intro. Just as last week, we are live on both Twitch and on YouTube.
Yes.
So,
We are
big
now on your
hellos.
Aha.
Also, just a reminder to those on YouTube, there is a delay. The delay is substantial. So if we respond to you a little bit later, that's why.
Aye.
But we're watching. We have the chats up. So we should probably let the people know at the start of this. This is going to be a very special show comparatively.
Yeah.
We got like 2 pages of announcements this week.
Yes.
It's not going to be a short show. And because of that, we're going to be moving reviews to next week. We're not going to do reviews this week.
Right.
And Runger's Corner is also going to be moved to next week.
Yes.
And our weeks are probably going to be a little short because we do kind of want to talk about these games. But we have Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase, PC Gaming Show, and Capcom Showcase to talk about.
Yes. And there's quite a list.
It is.
A couple of those.
It is. As long as you can catch Pokemon during, go for it. Go for it. My significant other made the comment the other day of, "Oh, you're back playing Pokemon again," and I was like, "Well, you know."
Yeah.
It's only going to be every time we try to have a conversation that I have my phone open behind you catching Pokemon with my thumb.
Yeah.
It's not every time.
No.
It's just a few of the times.
I understand. Gotta catch them all.
That's right. Well, let's get into weeks then. And again, probably not going to be too long, but, let's do it. Rundgren,
All right.
how's your week been?
All right. Well, I actually have a whole bunch to talk about, but I picked a bad week to binge watch shows. I'll pick one. The Godzilla that you mentioned last week,
Singular Point.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I watched the whole thing. Thought it was excellent. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the other one.
I haven't yet. No.
It's really 2 different approaches to it. I like it.
Yeah.
I do not like the look of the Godzilla in Singular Point.
Right.
I love the nerdy stuff, all the stuff they talk about. I love the like the storyline, and I think the characters are great.
Yeah.
And everything. I just don't mess with Godzilla's face,
I understand.
especially at the end of it. He's gonna have what? Oh,
in
Pokemon. Yeah. You're gonna have the body of Godzilla. 'Cause I thought it was the other one. I thought it was is it not Gamora? Yeah, Gamora.
Ghidorah?
Ghidorah. No, not Ghidorah.
Gamera.
The 3-headed one. Gamera. Thank you. Gamora. I'm mixing that and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Look, it's okay. There's a lot of G names.
Right. Yeah. That's a turtle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first face I see coming out. So I was waiting for Godzilla, like the real Godzilla.
Right.
They're calling him Godzilla, but that's not Godzilla.
No.
Yeah, it was. So that was a little bit of a bummer in it, but it was like the storyline was really good. It's definitely worth a watch if you're a Godzilla fan. I think I might like the 3-part series better.
Yeah,
one.
That's fair.
But that might just come down to Godzilla's face. Honestly.
Yeah, I understand. It's got to look right.
It's because it's Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if it's not like Shin Godzilla, right? That thing looks
it's a
weird
different version,
sometimes.
right?
Yeah, but I just wasn't right. But none of that. Still been working on music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some getting some new songs done.
Yeah. You just released one too.
Yes, one came out Sunday. Every Sunday, a song will be out.
I'm gonna link that.
And I have no idea what kind of style or genre I will be writing. So there ain't no telling what kind of noise is going to come out of your speakers. Yeah, but that's about it. I've been playing a lot of Lotro.
Yeah.
Getting some deeds and stuff done. Yeah. I played a little bit today. Had a little bit of lag, a little bit of trouble with it on a couple of spots.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're doing something on the back end because they've had all day the new registration. You haven't been able to sign up for a new account today.
Gotcha.
So they're doing something on the back end. And tomorrow is the restart, but they haven't put in anything for patch notes or anything like that. So
Right.
I don't know. So that's kind of been my week. There was more to it, but
Yeah. I know the feeling.
So, sir, how's your week been?
It's been a long week in a lot of ways. We had some tragedy on the farm, lost some goats, and we were able to save the rest of the herd, which is the big thing. It was a lot of work, and then I had some friends come in, so I spent a lot of the week with them. But in and around all that, I watched the first episode of Netflix's Ultraman, the CGI only one.
I've looked at that a couple times. I haven't watched it yet because there's a team of them, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's not a remake, even though that's what it looks like from the trailer, right? It's not the original Ultraman again.
No, because there's only one Ultraman.
Right. And then there's a bunch of like other Ultras that come later, but they're not Ultraman, right? They're Ultraman something else. Ultraman Taro, Ultraman G.
Yeah, right. They've got extra names, and that's not where Ultraman starts.
Right. Absolutely. This is not a reboot. This is a what if scenario that follows after Ultraman 80, I think. Again, I'm not the biggest Ultraman like lore person. I've only seen a couple series, but
Same here.
Specifically like the team from either 80 or Taiga, I'm not sure which one it is there, and it's different and weird, and I kind of like it, and I've held off watching it for a long time because of the CG, but honestly, after a couple minutes, I stopped noticing the CG. It's just, that's the way the show is, because it's all CG. It's not, hey, hand animated and then CG suits.
I understand. There's a little blending. I think you'll notice in both those Godzillas where they do that.
Yeah.
If you watch the other one,
right?
Where I do a little. It's not like the Dragonlance movie.
Yeah.
It does. I think they use it really well because it gives Godzilla more presence on the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's when a lot of times it just doesn't work though, does it?
No.
When they try to get both animation styles, it like throws it off.
I think the one that'll always stand out to me the most is in there's a Gundam series where they decided to try and use the CG, and it's Gundam the Origin, and everything else is hand drawn and the suits are CG, and it's just when you see those suits come flying out, and it's just like, man, I wish these were not.
Yeah.
But
and another good one you might like is the Pacific Rim: The Black. I don't know if you've.
I need to watch that one. I've been hearing good things about that.
Really good. Yes. Yeah. Very good show.
But I've only seen the first episode of this, but so far, really good, and I'm excited to see more. So, and then the last thing I wanted to touch on, obviously, I've kept doing like Guild Wars and stuff like that. I started a new manga called Sakamoto Days, and this one's running in Shonen Jump, and so I'll probably do a video on it when I get to caught up on it, where it's at right now. But it's about an assassin that has settled down and gotten married and quit being an assassin. And unlike every other time you see that, the wife knows that he was an assassin.
Yeah.
He hasn't tried to hide it from her at all. And she has a rule, which is, hey, I don't care if you decide you need to do, but no killing, because other people have families, and you got to remember that, just like you have a family. And it's just the story of this assassin that was like one of the best, that he doesn't get like John Wick or anything where, you know, hey, now he's got to go and get revenge. It's just, hey, there are people that want him dead because he left the organization a long time ago, and he's not going to kill anybody. And the people that he collects along the way are all really interesting, and it's a lot of fun while also having some really good action. And this thing is like weekly, and the art is exceptional. There is a panel on Tokyo Tower that has like exploding pieces of Tokyo Tower flying everywhere, and then a full like detailed shot of Tokyo Tower, the what isn't damaged, along with the characters being incredibly detailed. And this thing comes out weekly.
Or how far ahead they are.
I don't know, but it's incredible. They have to be. Because otherwise you wouldn't go to Tokyo Tower, right? You go somewhere else. But
I'm going on this hill with this tree.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I also miss doing weekly Shonen Jumps, but it's a lot of manga to read every week. But there'll be a review for that coming up once I get it caught up, of course, just like I did for Vinland Saga, just like I did for Kingdom and the others. But yeah, maybe worth checking out.
Nice.
Let's do this.
All right.
We're going to start with the basic announcements.
Yes.
So I say basic, not as in these are bad, but just as in these aren't tied to the showcases, right? Although one of them I have some thoughts on. We did not ever finish Batman. That's true. We did not ever finish Batman. And I hear that is only getting better. So might be something to think about again.
Okay.
Saints Row Boss Factory is a weird thing. It's, hey, do you want to play that new Saints Row that's coming out? That's a remake of Saints Row. Boss Factory lets you make your boss now, and then you can import them into Saints Row when it comes out. And it's free.
That's not a bad marketing strategy.
It's really clever, because you might make a boss and be like, man, I like this. I wasn't going to buy the game, but I guess now I am.
Well, not only that, you've got the character creator to jack with for a little while. You know, so you don't feel rushed to get in the game.
Yep.
And it's gonna have people thinking about it.
You know there'll be YouTubers that make videos on it just to make crazy characters?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it's anything like there's whole videos on the Skyrim and Fallout just doing that.
Yep.
So if it's anything good like close to that, then it should be good.
It's a really good idea.
I think so.
So if you're interested, download that.
Absolutely.
This next one, I have some thoughts. The Last of Us Part 1 remake.
I'm not sure why on this one.
So, couple quick things to mention. It's no longer being called The Last of Us. It's now being called Last of Us Part 1. So that it's Last of Us Part 1, Part 2, right? Also, Last of Us, the first Last of Us, got a PS4 remake not that long ago. They're changing things for this.
Okay.
To make it line up better with Last of Us Part 2, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which means they'll change the scene at the end of Last of Us Part 1. And the new graphics actually, in my opinion, make the game look worse.
Do you know what engine they're using?
I do not. Let me see if I can pull up the image that really
kind of wonder if they've built their own engine. Because that's what that's one of the things with Bethesda. That's love them or hate them. That's their own engine.
Yeah.
That they use for Skyrim and stuff and Fallout and stuff like that, and they keep building on it.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think any customers would be upset if they just went to Unreal. Well, they'd have to pay BioWare.
They would, and that's something I doubt they want to do.
Yeah, because I'm sure they make over $1 million.
Right. The big thing to me,
that's a pretty good deal.
No, I think it's a great deal, but
hey, look, pay us if you make over $1 million or whatever you make with this.
Right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they don't normally go for stuff like that. So,
no.
Here's the image. And to me, I think that what they're doing is they're obviously making it look more modern, right? Updating the graphics. But it's also like it's actively changing the color palette of the game.
Yeah.
They're adding in more lichen and moss and things like that.
Yeah,
And
you can see much more hanging moss there.
it's making it more green.
Yeah. It feels a little more alive.
Yeah, in a way that feels like, to me personally, goes against the theme of the original game.
What kind of bothers me about that is that was because windows are redone, stuff placed just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of work. It seems like.
Yeah.
And
I got another image here to show you that'll just hammer that home even more, how much things have been moved. You look at these two, and that entire courtyard has been redone.
yeah, yeah, it has. And give me a second here. Let me look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one, the 2013 picture felt more ominous.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's the only way I can really explain it.
Right.
In this one, the bottom one looks better.
I agree.
It's just, is that necessary?
Yeah, to me, it just feels like going, hey, we're bringing this game that sold really well back and making another one to sell.
Yeah.
And changing it to fit better with the second game. And I don't think this game ever needed a sequel. I don't think this game ever needed a redone like this. And I've got one more set of images to show you here, and these are character models.
Yeah.
Because the character models have changed, and some of them have changed rather drastically. This is Joel from Last of Us Remastered and Last of Us Part 1 Remake.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I like him better than the first one.
Yeah, that looks like a different guy. Like,
It does. Like,
and
no,
then
we want to make him older and uglier.
next up we have Ellie, and what have they done to my girl? They made her more human, I guess, but there's something charming about her old design that makes her look like a child. You know, you want to protect her. You want to be there for her.
Yeah. They've changed the perspective on her face. And
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the character models I'm not too fond of.
Right.
Especially because I don't know I know one of the problems with all the new ones, everything looks a little bit faded in the
It
new
does.
picture. It's like calm down on the ray tracing or whatever you're doing, the bloom lighting.
Yeah.
It is.
And I guess, like, some people are going, well, this is what it looked like in my memory when I think about that game. First off, like, this game's not that old. Calm down.
No. No.
And second off, like, no, it looked like the original screenshot in my memory. Joel did not look like that in the original game.
No.
But maybe
No,
I'm just a contrarian who liked the first game and doesn't see the need to do this again.
Possibly, but I mean, it's. I think there's so many other things you could have done.
Yep.
With that world instead of that.
I agree.
Side stories. It's just
Make a new game in that world.
Yeah.
There's also been rumors, and none of it's confirmed yet, but rumors that along with this, they'll be putting out a Battle Royale set in the Last of Us universe, which is like, all right, look, that's probably going to do great, but I feel like that also undermines the point of that world.
A bit.
Hey, Dark. It just makes me go, well, I don't know. You know, why even do this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's games where the remake got me excited.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus probably being one of the big ones.
Right. I agree.
But this, I don't know, man. It just doesn't sit right. This feels like the Dead Space remake.
It does.
What are you doing?
It 100% does. It makes me go, why are we changing things? I'm one of those people that goes, hey, the Last of Us original game may not play super great all the time, and it has some weird pacing choices, but I think as a story, that original game is top tier. I think that story is really solid.
Well, that it was like the original Resident Evil. Man, the gameplay on that is pretty horrid.
Yeah.
And even for I'm talking about even for the time.
Oh yeah, tank controls that already
yeah.
seemed a little interesting.
Yeah. The and it but yeah, it didn't need changing. I don't want
Right.
I know what those controls are going to be. I know how goofy the voice acting is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
There was just things about it that made it that game.
Yeah. No, I
it
agree.
didn't fit right with that. Like that game doesn't work if you do it in first person or something like change it.
I agree.
Like
that.
We play PC probably. Well, that would be something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And then let have modders have a blast with it.
Oh, I'm sure. We don't yet know what the gameplay changes are going to be. My guess is probably some tweaking to guns to make the combat feel a little closer to Part 2's. And then, like I said, I think that final section at the end of the game that I almost spoiled without thinking about it is going to be very different to line up better with Last of Us Part 2. But all they've said is things are changing.
So when you start Part 2, you don't go, wait, what? Why?
Yeah, where did this person come from? That person didn't exist. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So, that moment that you're upset about never happened. What are you talking about? So, yeah.
All right.
Let's get into the Xbox and Bethesda showcase.
Yes.
And I'm actually going to change this from announcements to just be Xbox and Bethesda showcase.
Okay.
So that we can cover each game individually.
All right.
And again, for anybody who's like, oh, well, I don't really care about the Xbox game showcase or the Capcom showcase. I'm sorry. This could be the rest of the show. Let's start with Redfall. So we got a release date for Redfall, 2023, and it's coming day one on Game Pass, which we're going to say a lot today. But
yeah, we are. We really are a lot brand new games day one on Game Pass if you have it.
Yeah.
And I got to say, this game, I had no interest in this game until I saw a little bit of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Hold on, just generically, but while we're getting this list started.
Yeah.
Did you notice how much of that? I mean, there was some that was just cinematics.
Right.
But there were so many of it. There was a few of them that it was almost all gameplay.
Yeah, which I think was great.
I do too. That really kind of threw me off. I was kind of glad it was going, kind of going through it.
I do think, again, before we get into like the list total, I think that some of these trailers were too long.
Yeah,
I think there was no reason for this show to be almost 2 hours long, and it wasn't even the full show. They cut the end off the show. And I didn't put that stuff in the podcast because it was just like, hey, Master Chief and Arbiter are coming to Fallout. Or not Fallout. That'd be weird. Fall Guys.
Awesome.
But yeah, they still cut things too.
I think this could have been a 3-day weekend thing.
Like, I think so too.
Spend about an hour each night.
Yeah.
And then you could be that long with it.
I agree.
But yes. I was in Redfall. I wasn't interested until I saw the gameplay footage of it. Looks interesting. I understand Dark. The
Left 4 Dead style.
Can we blame like BioShock or Half-Life or
right? Well, and Back 4 Blood brought it back again, and
yeah.
Then The Walking Dead did it, and then Evil Dead did it.
It looks interesting.
No, I agree. And this is one of those games that every time it's come up before, we've just had cinematics, and I've gone, this could be good, but I'd like to see gameplay. And now that I've seen gameplay, I'm going, you know what? Yeah, this looks okay. This looks solid.
Yeah, it does. And the creatures,
yeah,
they had a very interesting look to them. I
agree. So Redfall gets a thumbs up. This could be. That's what I'm gonna do this whole show. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Gets a thumbs up.
I'm gonna give a check or an X. I'm gonna put a check on that one. Yeah, and that will come out in 2023. Now, the next one we don't have a release date on, right?
No. I was on the phone with my girlfriend when Hollow Knight Silksong's trailer was playing, And I got really excited. It was like, Silksong! And then I told her, I said, my gut says we're not getting a release date by the end of this trailer.
Yeah.
And then when the trailer ended, she said, are you okay? You're really quiet. I was like, yeah, I'm just right, and I hate it.
Well, here, I wouldn't mind that so much if this hadn't been. This is like, I don't understand why this game's taking so long.
I don't either.
And that's I will gladly take that on. That's all my ignorance
Yeah.
on what may be going on. But
It feels weird because 2 years ago they said, yeah, it should be done soon. And, now maybe it's just the state of the world made it really tough for them to finish the game. I don't know. But they don't even say like 2023 or 2024 here. It's just nothing.
yeah,
But
no,
it'll be coming day one to Game Pass. So
yeah. As soon as they release it, it'll be out. Which I mean, there may be from the game. It looked good.
it's going to be another Metroidvania. So I'm in.
Well, yeah, it was Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
And it looked like an extension of Hollow Knight with the
Right.
the gameplay footage they were showing. So, maybe it'd be a surprise in November. Who knows?
I wish I could give this one a thumbs up. I really do. But It-
Without it,
I know the gameplay of Hollow Knight already. The changes they make here that you can see are really cool. But without any kind of information about when it's coming, all I can give is a thumbs down. I'm sorry.
all right, I got it marked. With that.
Next up is, man, I'm so torn on this next one. High on Life.
Okay, I enjoyed Oddworld,
Right.
Abe's Odyssey. So, this is bizarre.
It is. And I think it's the thing that I get hung up on is I'm afraid of the humor. Because it could be incredible. Or it could be too much. And the trailer doesn't tell me which it's going to be.
Well, let's put some back on this, just in case this first time some people are hearing about this. Is from the creator of Rick and Morty.
Yes.
And aliens are using humans as a drug to get high.
Yes.
Through that. And you're using living guns.
Living guns that look really cool.
They did well. The whole game is just like colorful. It's a very beautiful world. As soon as I saw the gun, though, I was like, "Oh well, somebody enjoyed Slugterra."
Yeah. Yeah.
But and we can say this so many times going through this that it really doesn't matter. It looked beautiful.
It did. It did.
Right.
Just about everything in here did. I guess for me, I need it to land on the Bulletstorm. I need it to land on the Bulletstorm side of
That's it.
humor and not on the drawn to death style of humor. Just somewhere in between. Closer to Bulletstorm, the better. Bulletstorm is like the perfect ironic enjoyment game that knows it's being ironic and does it anyway.
Gonna be Conker's Bad Fur Day.
See, I think Conker's is separate though, because Conker's knows what it's doing, but it's not trying to be ironic. It's just trying to be funny, and it succeeds. Bulletstorm is trying to be like the serious action shooter, and at the same time has the main character like drop 17 curse words in the same sentence, and somebody goes, "It's a good thing we don't have a curse jar, because otherwise he'd be broke." And then somebody goes, "No, you don't understand. He broke the curse jar. He put so much money into it that it literally busted." It's like, yeah, that's perfect. That's just the kind of humor, like, there you go. Don't go the meme style of Borderlands, and don't go drawn to death that tries too hard. Just
So, what do you think about this, man?
gameplay-wise, I think it looks really solid.
Yeah.
The idea of switching between these living weapons, I mean, the knife that is just a knife.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yeah, stab people with me. Like, all right, sure.
Yeah.
It could be really good. I'm tentatively excited for it.
All right. So, put a
We give it a thumbs
on
up.
that one? All right, put a check on that one.
I want to specify, though, originally that was a thumbs down because of how gross some of the weapons looked. And I was like, but that's part of it. I have to give it a thumbs up. It's on purpose.
Yeah. I think I think the art is really good. It's going to come down to gameplay.
Yeah.
On that, I think, more than anything.
This is a weird thing. I'm just going to put this under Riot Games. Game Pass is getting League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Legends of Runeterra. If you're on Game Pass, you're getting the Foundation set unlocked in Legends of Runeterra. You're getting select little legends unlocked for you for free for Teamfight Tactics. All of the agents in Valorant, and all of the champions in League of Legends.
You know what? I don't play the game, but I might give it I might be willing to give it a check for that.
That's
You're gonna be on Game Pass.
insane.
Because you're going to be on Game Pass, which you're paying for anyway,
Yep.
and look. The anime was great.
Oh yeah, I have
Anime was
played many
fantastic.
years of League of Legends. I
Okay.
bought almost all of those champions on my own over the years, and it's hard for me to sit here and go, man, I wish I'd known about this. But at the same time, I have to go, hey, this is an incredible deal.
Trust me, I understand.
100, right? Yeah, you're going through that right now with Lotro. 160 plus characters. When you buy the base game, you get
Yeah.
like 12.
Yeah, that's a big gallery, man.
You get all of them. It's crazy.
Did we get a date on that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just that it's coming. But also, yeah, if you're gonna listen to me, I love you, dear viewer, but listen to me, please. If you're going to play this game, play it on PC. Don't try and run this through Xbox. I can't imagine playing League of Legends on a controller. Please don't do that to yourself. Please.
Ooh, see that makes it go the other way
Right.
a little bit. See, is it tab target hotkeys?
No, it's full on a MOBA. You have your 4 abilities and your ult, and you have your items that you can buy, 3 lanes to go down with minions and enemy heroes to fight. It's like Smite, except it's over the top, isometric style. So, you can try, but maybe. Also, just another quick reminder: when new champions come out, it's like $20 to buy the champion, unless you've built up in-game currency to be able to buy the champion. And realistically, that's what everybody does. Nobody just buys RP to be able to buy champions. So it seems like a really smart business decision to go, hey, here you go. We're not making money on these characters anyway. Because you can also earn the characters through chests by just playing the game. So, like, eventually you just get, if you don't get the character, you get stuff that converts into the currency to buy the characters with in-game currency. And so it's like, you just play enough and then you get everybody. So they're not making money on that. They're only making money on skins. So it makes sense to go, hey, here's all the characters for free.
Yeah.
Though, I'm one of those people that says, hey, maybe now that you did it for the Game Pass players, you should just do it for everybody else, too.
Fair. It's a big audience. I got on the fence.
Yeah. It would be tough to suddenly change your whole business model like that for your main audience.
Yeah.
But might be nice.
Well, what
Just
do you
saying.
think? What's your final verdict, Ray?
I think this is for sure a thumbs up. I mean, it has to be. There's no way it can't be. You get all that stuff for free.
Yeah.
Because you're already buying Game Pass, right? If you're not, look, we're not sponsored by Microsoft. I will plug Game Pass all day long without us being sponsored. If they want to sponsor us, we'll do a sponsored segment. But Game Pass is an incredible deal.
It really is. It really is.
Speaking of incredible deals, A Plague Tale Requiem
This year,
this year, day 1.
yes. I played most of A Plague Tale. I don't
Innocence?
think I ever finished it.
Yeah. For sure. I understand that, Dark. Yeah, no. This looks great. I've never played the original, and I should. But this looks great.
Hey, make it right.
Yeah,
Make
for
it
sure. And with the sequel coming out free on Game Pass, I'm actually really curious if the first one is on Game Pass or not. I could check that. Don't mind the Game Pass window that's going to pull up in the middle of the stream there. Here we go.
Check it right quick, man.
Let's
Let's
see.
see if it's on there.
It is It is. It is included with Game Pass. So there you go.
That's kind of nice, man. Might have to go back to revisit it. I'm just without us having said anything else about it. I would give this a thumb up. I would give this a check mark.
Yeah, I'm giving this a thumbs up for sure. There's
Yeah.
there's no question. That was a very good trailer.
Yeah.
Stealth with poor stealth controls, but the kills when you got them are so sweet. Seems less stealth, pacifism, and more killy. Yeah, I mean it does. And I love the idea of that world. That world seems really cool to me. So
Look, I am not putting all those down, Dark.
right.
I'll be here all
Also,
night.
just throwing this out there, I don't mean to sound like I'm settling or anything, but so many games have been pushed out of this year. If your game is coming out this year, let alone gets a release date, but is coming out this year and is free for people with Game Pass, that's a pretty strong point.
Yeah, it is.
So next up we have something that I'm sure is near and dear to your heart.
Okay, so the Forza Motorsport Spring.
Yep.
Which is awesome. That's gonna be on day one. Looks stunning. I have one complaint that I saw in that video,
Okay.
in that trailer. The car damage.
Yeah.
It seemed really kind of weak, man.
It
was
did.
like I would expect that on like I don't know. Like, a modded San Andreas or something like that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
It's and I realize that's something that may be fixed up. Also, maybe it was just, we didn't see the whole race.
Yeah.
How they got it. They just showed the damage down the side. Based on the Horizon 5, and apparently what they were talking about, they've only improved on that.
Yeah.
And I would have to say this is just the day one, the thumbs up. I give it a check.
Yeah.
The only thing I have against it right now, like I said, is the damage, and that's not something
Yeah.
I really showcase off. You get the one shot down the side of the car.
For sure. Well, I'll default to you on that. You are the racing guy here, so.
Yeah. So I'll give a check on that. I'll give a thumbs up on that one.
All right. This one is kind of cool. Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting a free update that came out yesterday. New planes, helicopters, and the Pelican from Halo.
Yeah.
Look, I got to give you a thumbs up. I got to. That's a good thing to add.
I almost put a check on it before we started talking about it.
Right.
Just wanna see where we were at.
And it's free. Like, what?
Because one, Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, is an impressive piece of software.
It absolutely is. Technically,
you played
so
it on-
crazy.
When you're looking at it, yeah, and it doesn't run on all the Xboxes
Right.
because of that. But yeah, putting this out free because of that, the work that goes into getting new vehicles in there, new airplanes and the like, is a lot of, and helicopters are a whole different
Oh, yeah.
flying thing, man. So
And then who knows how the Pelican controls? I don't.
no joke, man. So I think it's interesting. They have amazing cockpit views. They are sticklers for details on the planes. So I want to just see I just want to see a walk around and of the Pelican. I think it'll look good.
I agree.
Yes.
Thumbs up for sure.
Right.
Next up, we have ARA retake History Untold. That's a weird title. Is getting a new update titled. I'm sorry, no, it's coming out. I'm struggling. My brain just shut down when I couldn't say that. No solid release date, but it's day one on Game Pass.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't have anything on this really.
Yeah.
To flip it one way or the other, to be fair to it, I might just put a dash beside it because I.
It seems okay. It got It got the lady that did Avasarala's voice, or that played
Yeah,
Avasarala in The Expanse to do the trailer, but it just didn't. It didn't really do much for me trailer wise.
well, that's what I'm saying, and I was laughing at Dark there for the. It's just civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick to a binary system here, and for me, man, I think that's a thumbs down.
Yeah, I have to give it a thumbs down as well because, as Darkest pointed out, all I saw on Twitter after it was announced was ARA memes.
Okay.
Everybody going, ARA. And it's like, yeah, no, get out of here. Get out of here. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You can get the Uwu expansion.
Right. Well, speaking of expansions, ESO is getting the High Rise expansion.
High Isle.
High Isle, thank you. I'm sorry. I have it right on the docket and still said it wrong. That was the point, Dark. High Isle, it's going to be coming June 21st, 2022.
Yeah.
And it seems okay. They didn't really get into a lot of like the features that are coming with it. They just went, "Hey, yeah, it's happening."
I think they've resigned themselves on ESO though.
Yeah.
That the people who are playing it.
Right.
I don't know. I never hear about them getting a big influx of players.
Right. It always just seemed to be steady.
Yeah, I was gonna say then on the other side, I never hear about players leaving.
Right.
And there's other games where I can point at a huge, just about any of the other MMOs I can point at and say, yeah, there's a point. This point right here was a down point for this game.
Right.
And some have more than one.
Yeah.
Expansions that didn't work. But I think this is just basically, if you play ESO, you're going to like this.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're going to
And
it.
no offense to the ESO players, but I am going to give this one a thumbs down, mostly just because I don't know what it's bringing to the game. And I feel like if you do a trailer for a new expansion or a new update of any kind, and it doesn't tell me what's in there, then it's not succeeding as a trailer.
Yeah. And Bethesda's just not strong on the MMO front.
No, they're not.
So
I know that team is working hard, and I know, like I said, or like you said, people that love it. But this did not make me go, yeah, I need to play ESO. It made me go, oh yeah, at some point I should probably make a video on ESO.
Yeah. And I kind of feel the same way about the next one there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they're doing more with that kind of, because that's a bigger stain. Maybe.
I think so, yeah.
But
the Pitt is coming to Fallout 76 this September. But again, all this trailer really told me was, hey, do you remember the Pitt DLC from Fallout 3?
Yeah.
We're doing that.
Yeah. It's not new. For me, this was a thumbs down.
Yeah,
like I
gotta give it a thumbs down
feel
too.
like it's really doing anything. That's not new.
Yeah.
Content. I didn't see anything that changed in the
Right.
in the gameplay style or anything like that. So,
But if we want to talk about good expansions, Forza Horizon 5 is bringing in the Hot Wheel expansion.
yeah, they always come with, or you at least be able to lock, at least in the past 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
They have a couple that you can unlock, but it's like a whole. And look, if you like racing games and haven't played Hot Wheels or checked out Hot Wheels Unleashed yet, that's a dang good game, and it might have some of the tie-in to go with this. Because I think this will be. I think this will be exciting. I think this will be fun.
I think so too. This is coming out July 19th. Giving it a thumbs up for sure.
Yeah. Check mark.
Arc 2 got a new trailer. It's coming out 2023. Day 1 on Game Pass.
Yeah, which is cool.
This trailer told me nothing different from the original trailer.
They could have said they were remaking Arc.
Yeah,
it's an Arc remake. It played the same trailer.
I don't know what this is. It's a thumbs down for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel the same way.
Also, like, Vin Diesel has to die within the first 15 minutes of that game, right? They can't afford to keep him there for lines.
He doesn't say lines.
That's true. He just looks at the camera. So, Scorn got a new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming out October 21st of this year. Day 1 on Game Pass.
Yes.
This is a game that's been in development for a long time. It's being made by a small team.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last little whiles that it's been shown, it's looked pretty rough. But this
Yes.
latest trailer looks good.
It did. This was kind of a surprise. I kind of want to give this. I kind of want to give this a thumbs up. One, because I get the release date and the small team.
Right.
Uh, kind of gives them an edge on them. But yeah, the improvement. Man, I don't. I also want to be rude about it. And be like, it's like going from RuneScape to Final Fantasy 14.
Right. But it's a substantial improvement.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You can really, really tell. And I don't know. I'm kind of excited for it. And it's day one, so they're going to get the game out there.
I agree. I got to give it a thumbs up here.
Yeah. Same here, Bob. Same here.
Next up, we have Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Look, it's a lot of game titles I'm reading off here.
Yes.
2023, day one on Game Pass. It seems okay. It seems all right. It seems like it could be a new take on like a Fable style thing.
Yeah.
But Pathfinder / D&D, yeah, sorta.
Yes. Yeah, and I kind of want. Yeah, I kind of want more.
Yeah, the trailer didn't do enough to convince me. Personally, for me, this is a thumbs down.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Let's do that.
there's another trailer that we get for it in another show that I think is a better trailer.
There you go.
So I'm gonna give it a thumbs down here.
Which that's a point. I'd like while we're about halfway through the Microsoft Bethesda list here, is we're if you can't tell already, we're also talking about the actual presentation as well.
Right, not just the game, the presentation, the way the trailer's shown.
Yeah.
Speaking of trailers and the way they're shown, let's talk about Minecraft Legends, which somehow doesn't look like that good of a game, but actually had a really solid trailer.
I didn't realize how well Minecraft Dungeons did.
Yeah, it
And
did
how many
really
people
well.
Enjoyed that, right.
It looks like Minecraft.
It does. They didn't change anything. I kind of like the concept behind it though.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of interesting.
I do too. I think it's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, and I think I have faith that they know what they're doing with the IP.
Right.
That makes sense. I'm not a Minecraft fan, but looking at the evolution of Minecraft,
Right.
how they take care of the people that are playing it, because we get an update every once in a while for that. And like I said, with the popularity of Minecraft Dungeons, which apparently had a slow start.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
And then kind of gained, I guess, maybe like a cult classic status.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We don't talk about the Telltale game.
I think my final line would be I want to give this a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Because I think they have the players in mind with this.
I think so too. It's weird and it's unique. And for that, I also have to give it a thumbs up.
And it's day one.
Yeah. I wish I had information to give you about this next game. Lightyear Frontier. There's so much it could be, but until I see more, the trailer is kind of just a robot wandering around a world, right? Like,
yeah,
it's touted to be an alien farming sim, which on paper is a really cool idea.
Yeah. That's another game. That farming simulator game, I had no idea was as big as it was. I started looking into it. People take that game seriously.
Yes, they do. I'm a firm opinion here that this trailer didn't explain what this game was to me very well, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
No, yeah. Sometimes the mystery just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
When your game is called Lightyear Frontier, I want to know what you are. Tell me.
Yeah, especially this year with a movie coming out this year, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, because that's the first thing I thought of too.
Yeah, that's if you've had media in the past 30 years,
right?
You hear the word Lightyear, you're either thinking space travel or Toy Story.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
it needed more. It needed more.
Tell me your thoughts on Gunfire Reborn, which is coming out October 22nd, day one on Game Pass. And is a 4-player animal FPS co-op game.
Yeah. One, I don't have that many friends. No. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this because I don't know. I don't know if people are going to gravitate towards a co-op on
Right.
this.
Yeah,
You know, I think they're going to want to shoot each other.
I think so too. And it doesn't look like my style of game, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll be completely wrong when it comes out, but this trailer just didn't grab me.
No, and I want to I want to play it on day one, but it's not because of this trailer.
Yeah. I had the exact same problem right after watching the trailer. Dark, I could not tell you for the life of me what was happening in the trailer. Had to go back and rewatch it. And it is basically like the style is a mix between Borderlands and Deep Rock Galactic, but you play as animals. And it could be good, but it didn't grab me.
No. Like I said, I want to check it out, but it wasn't because of that trailer.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they should have done much better with that.
So, thumbs down. Next up is The Last Case of Benedict Fox. I liked this trailer. This looked good to me.
I did too. Now, this is next year, 2023 in spring.
Mm-hmm.
It is a day one.
Yes.
But I'm with you. I like the art style. This one actually caught me.
Yeah.
And I think they did a pretty good job showing the gameplay and showing you how they showed you how mechanics worked in it.
Right.
With the flashlight, and there was a few other things. I thought this did really well. I thought it was presented well, and I thought, it's definitely something I would like to check out.
Yeah, I want to play this game for sure. This one gets a thumbs up for me.
Same here.
I understand that, Dark. I get that feeling for sure, but this one I think conveyed it better than some of the other ones have.
Sure.
But could be, it felt to me more like a Metroidvania style, but we'll see.
Well, it reminded me of Braid.
Yeah, I get that feeling for sure.
Maybe it was just the textures or the what was the other one?
Limbo.
Limbo. Thank you. Yeah. It reminded me when I saw it. Those are the two games that came to mind, and just done it a little bit different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought it was interesting.
Super
now
fair.
This next one, I'm not sure about.
Yeah, as Dusk Falls. We already knew this game existed. It's coming out July 19th, 2022. And of course, day one release. This is a weird one in my opinion, because it's going off the idea of like Telltale, right? Or like Life is Strange. It's a narrative game where you're moving through a story and your choices change the game state. And it seems to be about a family that has stumbled upon things they shouldn't have stumbled upon and then are trying to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Narratively, I think it looks really interesting. My biggest issue is I have no idea what I'm doing in between those narrative sequences. Am I doing anything? Am I wandering around?
Yeah.
Or am I not? Because if it's just Ace Attorney and it's just, hey, you're going from conversation to conversation, I'm good with that.
Yeah, just let me know.
Right.
Don't make me start the game expecting to slap something.
Yeah. So for this one, I'm giving a tentative thumbs up.
Okay, we'll go with that. I'm good with that on that.
Because I was hooked on the story idea. When that cop walked into that bar, I was like, oh, this is going to go some ways. And then when it pulled out and showed all the different derivatives it could go, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. The question, of course, is, are they actually that distinct from each other? And hopefully we'll find out more before it comes out. Speaking of finding out more, Naraka Blade Point is coming to Game Pass. It's coming out on PC, on Xbox, sorry, June 23rd. Do you like Chinese battle royales?
Yeah.
I don't. This is a thumbs down for me.
Yeah, I don't know why was in the showcase really.
I don't either.
I don't mean I'm not talking down about anything. It just with the gist of everything else, I'm not sure why this was there. And
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think I'm gonna give it a thumbs down.
Oh, it's a beautiful game, Dark. It's just I don't like battle royales.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what that I think you came on just right after I mentioned it. You know, there's just so many of these games you'll be like, yes, the graphics look beautiful.
yeah.
There's no doubt about it. That is not a question. That should not be. That's not a question in the game anymore.
Right. But what if instead of graphics, you had an incredibly interesting art style, and you were named Pentiment, which is coming November 22nd and day one on Game Pass.
Now, a little bit of a sucker when I see an art style that stands out.
Yep.
Because it's like, hey, this is they're trying.
Yeah.
Right. Once again, I'm not sure because the first time I saw it, I thought it said pertinent.
Right, for sure.
Read it wrong. So that might have been why I was off on that one.
Pentiment is a weird title, but
Mhm.
I did want to shout out the devs were on Twitter talking about this game because they had a lot of people going, "Hey, are you just making Disco Elysium but with your art style?" And they said, "Well, Disco Elysium is like one of our inspirations, but our game is different. It has combat. Disco Elysium doesn't really, you know."
Their devs went on afterwards to answer questions.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna give them props for that.
Yeah.
On the same day.
Yeah.
All right, man.
That's a tough thing to do.
It is, because you haven't had the like 24 hours to let Twitter set in.
Right.
Man, that makes me want to give it a check.
Yeah, I think we give this one a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I want that. The devs pulled it out for it.
This is such a weird trailer for this next one. Grounded is getting its full release September.
Yeah, Grounded 1.0.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a survival game where you're turned into like small, like Honey I Shrunk the Kids small.
Yeah.
The trailer is okay. It feels less like the trailer is like, "Hey, our game's finished," and more like the trailer's going, "Check out this cool new update." It's like, well, this is a celebration. Your game is coming out officially.
It's like, why do you have 1.0 on it? Nobody puts your initial release is not numbered.
Right.
Everything that comes out first is 1.0.
Yeah. Then after that,
you get the message. I don't know.
But,
I don't think this was. I like. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But there's that. There's that other game that you did a thing on where you're constantly shrinking.
Right.
And that seemed like a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Than this one.
Size Matters is the name of that game. That's fucking.
Yes. Yeah. That could get hectic, and yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. This one, I don't know.
It just kind of looks like a survival game to me, even at 1.0.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give this one an X. I'm gonna thumbs down with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I like some games, but not.
This next one I have to keep looking up because I forget what it is. Because the title just does not tell me anything.
Doesn't
Erebond, coming out 2023, day one on Game Pass, is a stealth sci-fi game about killing robots, as far as I can tell.
Okay, it's not spelt the exact same way, but it is almost the exact word of the Spanish word for to fail.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man. The end of this is kind of weak for me.
Yeah.
As we go through this, except for there's a high point. But we'll get to that. I don't know, man. I don't. It's like another one of the ones we've had before, where it's like, hey, this is just look.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool. I don't feel like I got anything for this.
Yeah. Origami is good, but it didn't really jump out at me, Erebon. Lag's not too bad. That's good to know. It's good to know the delay is not too bad.
Oh, very nice.
Appreciate
Cool
you
deal.
logging into both.
Right. Well, what do you think? What do you think? What is your final one of this one? You're gonna give this one.
I think
is
I'm
the
gonna
art
give this one a
style-
thumbs down
Okay.
because the trailer just didn't grab me at all.
All right.
And how do you not grab me when robots are involved?
All right. Yeah, that should be. Yeah, that's a fair point. Fair point.
We got to talk about this next one. All right. Sea of
I
Thieves
guess that's one way. Yeah.
gets a new update, and they put out a music video, and I'm so
How-
torn.
Yeah. Why is this in the showcase?
Yeah.
Why CFD's putting out a new update is not big news.
Right. Of course they're putting that out, you know? And like the music video probably took a lot of work. It's impressive technically. But why is it here?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I got to give this a thumbs down, man.
I also have to give it a thumbs down.
Okay, I was going to say unless you had something to
No.
redeem it, it's just like not one that
No.
shouldn't have been. It doesn't need to be
Also,
here.
your big update is you get to name your ships. All right, look.
Yeah.
This next one though, Ravenlock.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many times I tried to write Ravenlonk, and I think it's on the docket as Ravenlonk.
It's Ravelonk.
Oh, you're so right. I keep adding ends to this for some reason. But this game looks really cool.
Where is it? I had a picture of it to pull this one up. I'm not put it in right. Now, I'm misspelling it now. Is it Ravenlock?
I'm trying to pull up the
Ravenlock?
official spelling to double check. It is Ravenlock. So I put the ends in the wrong spot on both the channel and the docket.
Ravenlock.
Ravenlock. But this looks really cool. I love the art style.
Yeah.
I love the combat. I love the fantastical nature of it all.
Well, the picture I remember for the trailer was the mushrooms. That's the one that I want to go back and look at again.
Yeah.
With a little, I don't know, kind of the skull underneath it, Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It looked like an interesting style. When it came up, I was thinking of Psychonauts.
Yeah, for sure.
The game plays differently though.
Right. Yeah, this is a for sure thumbs up for me. I like the look of this a lot.
Yeah. This looks imaginative. It may be dull as hell by the time it comes out, but
Yeah. We'll find out. Cocoon was next.
yeah. What do you think about this?
It platforming and puzzles, right? 2023, day one on Game Pass. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think that it's interesting, but it looks like it's also trying to do that same art style as Sable, which I think Sable did something really interesting with it, and Cocoon may or may not do something interesting with it, but it no longer, like, I don't mean to seem rude, it no longer wows me because Sable did it, you know?
Yeah. And it's kind of, I'm kind of with you and Dark there. It might be interesting, but what?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to give this one a thumbs down.
Yeah. What's that?
Game where you play as a crow. There are a couple games where you play as a crow.
Yeah.
And then we only have a couple things left here for the Xbox game show. We have Wolong Fallen Destiny. And I'm so confused by this title because I'm going to tell you this trailer was an immediate thumbs up for me. Neo Team making a game set in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era with the Yellow Turban Rebellion and Lu Bu?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. However, the devs have come out on Twitter and said that it's going to be set in feudal Japan, which timeline-wise doesn't work for the Yellow Turban Rebellion.
Not at all. Not even close.
No.
And
And-
hold on, wait. Yeah, I need a little bit more than feudal Japan.
Yeah, I do too. And they didn't give more.
Is this? Are you putting it in the Endo period, or you put it in the Edo period, or you put it in the Sendoku Jidai?
Only thing that
period?
would make sense for me is if this is an alt history where Japan controls China, and the
I
feudal
guess.
period started way earlier.
Well, wasn't Japan in the Yaoyo or the early period? Japan
Yeah.
didn't have writing
They
yet.
they weren't even close to the feudal period when Romance of the Three Kingdoms happens.
Okay, that's
So-
bizarre.
Maybe it's just an off comment. Maybe
Yeah.
it was translated wrong.
I wonder if it was.
Because this really seems like Romance of the Three Kingdoms to me.
It's just there's so much that kind of throws me off because there's so much great. You could go either one. There's so much great stories to either one of those. Right?
Oh yeah, and Neo has already covered Sengoku Jai.
Yeah.
The Neo games cover that really well.
Mm.
And for Dark, to clarify, gameplay is going to be Neo style. They've confirmed that it will be that style of gameplay, which is the Souls-like, but isn't a Souls game.
Yeah.
Difficulty where the games are hard, enemies hit hard, but enemies, including bosses, are also susceptible to all the same status effects you are, which means that if you put any time into a build, you will just wreck those games. Which is cool. I like that feeling. I like feeling like, hey, I walked into a room and I killed everything because I'm just that good. Like, well, no, I
Let's
just
see that.
utilized a good build, but you know.
I should be excited because they're talking about two, like as far as history in other countries, two of my favorite.
Oh yeah,
The whole Three Kingdoms, and then come and go through feudal Japan. There, it's really weird to mix it.
yeah, it is. Dark, to clarify too, the Neo games are very different from the Souls games in that the Souls games try to make things fair. They try to put things on a level, fair playing field, and then it comes down to skill. And Neo fully lets you cheat.
Okay.
It does not. It just lets you not play fair at all. Oh, this boss is so powerful and does most of my health bar in a single hit. But it also can be paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then it just can't move. And then I can hit it and paralyze it again.
I want to give this a tentative thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. Shaky thumbs up.
Give it a check. There. Yeah.
Also, for anybody in the chat or that's watching this later on YouTube that wants to play a Neo game but is a little bit wary of the difficulty, the best way to play those games, if you're nervous about that, is go with a ninja build where you get gear that has unlimited ninjutsu. And then what that does is it means that you throw a dagger or a shuriken and you get one back.
Yeah.
And so then you just put all your stuff into thrown weapons and the boss starts running at you and and he dies. And it feels incredible. There's an incredible moment in the Neo 1 DLC, though, where my favorite person in Japanese history, Date Masamune, is a boss fight. Spoilers, I guess. No context to why he's a boss fight. But I had that build all game and started throwing daggers, and Date blocked. And I was like, oh no. The answer to my problem. My one weakness, blocking. So this next one's really weird. Let's talk about Persona 3 Portable,
Yeah.
Persona 4 Golden,
Yeah.
and Persona 5 Royal.
Yes. Going to on October 21st, coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
This along with our next one really makes me like, what direction is Sony going?
Yeah, I don't understand how
There's
this
some
happened.
business- Yeah, there's some business stuff on the back end of this that is interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause
There
I know
are
Sony's-
some
up.
There are some unfortunate things here, which is that this is P3P, Persona 3 Portable, not Persona 3 FES. So it's not the version that has the more story cutscenes. It is instead the portable version that was on PlayStation Portable, PSP, that had the ability to control your party members.
Yeah,
And the ability to play as a female main character.
There's a rumor that this is just the first like little wave.
Yeah.
And that pretty soon, before it's said and done, that they'll have all the Persona games.
Yeah. A lot of people are upset about this because they like FES better. Some people are happy about this because they like Portable better. There is no definitive better version of that game, unfortunately. 3 FES, 3 original, and 3 Portable all have their strengths. The biggest issue with this seems to be that the up-resing for 3 Portable might have been done by an AI and isn't perfect. There's some shots in that trailer that are rough. But
yeah,
I would play it even if it wasn't up-resed. So, yeah.
So this is a thumbs up just for basically them and Xbox?
Yeah, I think so for sure. For sure.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. We'll talk about this. I'm going to go ahead and put a thumbs up at the end of this.
Yeah, this one's weird. But good. Kojima and Xbox have partnered up to make a new game.
Yeah, and I was talking to a mutual friend of ours about this the other day. And I was like, this more than anything else threw me off.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to do anything that he doesn't have complete control over.
No, for sure. And he states in his little video that he's making something he's been wanting to make for a long time. It's like, what is he making?
Yes, making it for a long time. But yeah, and the way I try not to read too much into things, but the way he said it, what was it? Microsoft hired me to make a game for them, basically.
Yeah.
Not and it was. This one works because it's him.
Yeah, for sure. They hired him to make a game. They didn't hire a game and put him as production lead.
Yeah.
They hired him to do him.
Yeah, the no details on it works.
Yes.
Because it's him.
Yeah, I have to give it a thumbs up because it's Kojima. He's a madman. He's a auteur, as it were. And I will defend that man's right to make crazy, insane video games till the day I die.
Psycho Mantis alone.
Yep.
That boss fight is genius.
Yep. So let's talk about the last thing here for because I think we both gave that a thumbs up.
Yes, definitely.
Let's talk about Starfield.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Right.
When Todd Howard steps out on stage, I immediately go, this man is going to lie to me. What are his lies going to be today? And I don't believe much of what he says. But it looks okay.
It does look okay. It looked pretty good. I'm curious about what updates they made to their game engine.
Yeah.
Because what we see in this is going to be what we see for the next Fallout and the next, Elder Scrolls
and
coming out.
They did have some follow-up tweets afterwards that's like, hey, Elder Scrolls 6 is still happening. It's coming out after Starfield. It's still in pre-production. Which is like, okay, it's been in pre-production for 4 years, but okay. And then they specified, hey, Starfield, you won't be able to land on planets and take off from planets. Instead, when you go to land, you will transition to on the planet. When you take off, you will transition to on space. You won't just be able to do it fluidly like you can in No Man's Sky.
Okay. The one big thing for this, though, a title of this size from this company being a day one thing is pretty big.
Yeah. I agree.
I got to give it props, and I have a feeling because we've talked Fallout 4 quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things in that game that are just so close. It's almost
game. Oh yeah.
I mean, it is a great game, but it's almost a great game. I don't know how to explain it better than that. And so, I want to give it a thumbs up for it being a day one. Release that you're going to get to play it. If you have Game Pass, you're going to be able to download it and play it.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a thumbs up too because, again, you get to play it. But I'm
Yeah.
with Dark. When they said they were going to make 1,000 planets, I was like, ah, yes, Todd Howard. Remember how you told me when I saw that mountain I could climb it?
Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't climb it.
Right. And it's going to be, this more than the other games, though, it's going to be the follow through.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be, when it comes out and gets and see, to have the Bethesda bugs,
Right.
and what goes with it.
I think I'll be more lenient on Bethesda bugs if I get the game for free since I'm already paying for Game Pass.
Yes. Yeah. So that is there. But that's it. We made all the way through the Xbox Bethesda list.
That's that list. We still have all the PC gaming and we may move a little bit faster on the PC gaming show.
Yeah.
Because most of these were much shorter trailers. But
there's a lot more games.
There's a lot more games. So I have here the list along with like a short blurb from the dev that Rock Paper Shotgun collated together. We may not read all these for sure, but just I have it in case people don't remember what things are. Solstice was the first one they showed. It looks all right. It comes out September 20th. I don't feel like this trailer really gave me a much great idea as to what the game is.
Is this a remake?
No.
It's the same name, I guess.
It doesn't seem like it is, but it's you're fighting demons with a ghost lady. I don't know. It seems all right.
Well, I like that description.
I will give in chat right now. I will give a link to be able to watch these trailers along with us if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Through the Rock Paper Shotgun one because they have all the trailers there.
Oh man, this list is gonna be
Fighting with your dead sister hanging on your shirt. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Rottwood is next. Are we giving thumbs up, thumbs down on these? I feel like we have a lot less information on these.
I don't have enough to give fair. This is almost for me. This is almost like announcements.
Yeah, for sure. Because some of these are just like a minute trailer, not even a minute and a half, just a minute trailer.
And I think for a lot of pure PC gamers, small things they know.
Yeah,
they already know.
So Rottwood here is a 2D side-scrolling fighter with cartoon animals.
Mm-hmm.
Violence is pretty severe, but hey, if you're playing a 2D fighter, that's what you want, right?
Right. I miss time killers.
Yeah, and it just is more of that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
We haven't had anything near that.
Yeah.
In so long.
That new TMNT's coming out. Tactical Breach Wizards actually seems pretty dang cool. I'm not big on like FPS anymore, but this is different. This is like XCOM style. My brain's already starting to frizzle out. XCOM style, but with magic as well as guns. And it's two future mage cops that seem like they can redo breaches to get them again, kind of like Into the Breach.
Yeah. The name, though, cracks me up because it's like, that should be like, I don't know. That's an anime name.
I agree. I want to be a tactical breach wizard.
Right. Can we throw a super and an ultra in there somewhere?
Can I have that as a subclass for wizard?
Right. Super tactical ultra breach wizards.
I went to the school of tactical breaching. Yeah, this looks cool. The Invincible is next.
Yeah.
I don't know what this game is.
What fun is playing a game if you can't be hurt?
Right. It looks like a first-person exploration style game with Guardians from Breath of the Wild, but done up as alien walkers. That's really all I've got for you. I'm sorry. Endless Dungeon is next, and it is the successor to Dungeon of the Endless.
Yeah. And this procedurally generated dungeon?
Yes. And it looks more action-oriented than Dungeon of the Endless was. It looks pretty cool.
All right.
Then we have, and if you're saying, well, Trey, why aren't you giving us release dates for some of these? Because some of them don't have them.
Steam will probably have release dates here in a few days.
Wish list them on Steam if you're curious.
Yeah.
F1 Manager 2022.
Yeah, this
seems cool.
Yeah, the games like this, they're weird because they hit and miss on years.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how only time will tell. We've got a date on this one, August 2nd.
Yeah, this one actually, thankfully. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Chivalry 2, which got a trailer that I don't think really did a lot of service to what's going on in it, but it's actually like a pretty cool update. They're adding horses to the game.
Yeah.
And they're also adding a third faction to the game. And the trailer is kind of just like, yeah, here's some combat. It doesn't even really showcase the horse combat.
No. They should have got Total War to do their trailer. Total War always does good trailers.
I agree. But for people that play Chivalry, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. For
but,
sure. I like the name of the next one.
I do too. Deceive Inc. is I hate that people are gonna go, well, it's like Among Us. But it's like, no, there's been a genre of games on PC for a long time that are like The Ship and Spy Party, stuff like that. And that's what this is. This is Deceive Inc. And you have a bunch of different people competing against each other to try and complete a single objective while sabotaging everyone else. It's pretty cool.
How friendships are built.
Yeah. No, it looks like a fun game to play. Then we get another trailer for Flintlock, Siege of Dawn. I think this trailer's a lot better. I think it shows me a lot more of what the game actually is. I feel like that first trailer was just trying to grab people.
Yeah.
And this trailer is actually trying to give information because it's on a source where they would be able to make sure that people that cared about PC games would watch it.
Yeah.
But I like it. It looks good. This next one's weird. The Alters. Work with alternate versions of yourself to solve a problem.
This makes me think of Portal.
Yeah.
We got to think, you think for yourself and for something else.
It looks really cool. I just wish I knew how it played.
Like what you were doing. I wonder if it's kind of set up like Brothers, to where you have, or more, or if it's set up more like, I think of the one where you switch. You take control over different. I can't remember. I don't know. It may be interesting. We'll check it out.
Yeah. It'll all depend on me on what we're doing. If it's just, hey, you have a bunch of alternate versions of you and they're shooting aliens, then it's like, okay, well, it's less interesting than using them to go through and get different like puzzles solved and stuff. No, it could be cool though. We'll see.
Yeah. I wonder if they have like different powers for depending on what universe the alt came from or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Outriders is getting a new expansion, and yet again, I don't think this trailer did a good job showing me what World Slayer is all about.
No.
In fact, as someone who's never played Outriders, I would argue this trailer didn't even give me a good idea of what Outriders is all about.
Just thinking about that, there's a few Outriders games.
Yeah. This is the new one made by Square. I think it was Square. I didn't keep up with it. Potion Craft is leaving early access.
That was a good game.
Yeah, and they're adding a bunch of new stuff to it. New quests, new characters. It also says and class, not classes, just class.
Okay.
And they're adding some class. A new UI, new ingredients and salts, and a reworked haggling system.
Okay, I hope they don't need to change much about that game though.
I agree. Just add on to what they got, and they're good.
Yeah.
Definitely makes me want to revisit it though, because I really liked Potion Craft.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this game existed, and apparently it's on season 4. Super Animal Royale.
Yes.
It's Battle Royale with line of sight, like 2D maps.
Why not have another?
Sure. Season 4. New stuff coming. Uh this is a really cool, weird game. Nitro Kid.
Isn't that like a 70s Japanese cartoon?
It really sounds like it. But this is a card-based martial arts game where you use your deck of cards, like you play different moves to be able to fight the enemies. And it looks kind of cool. I'm interested.
Yeah. The color palette on it is not pastel. What's it make me think of? It's almost like Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a lot of pinks and purples and blues. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a cool one. Sorry, I got caught up watching the trailer and got excited. Speaking of card games, though, Maho Kenshi is a stylish deck building game coming next year that has a hex-based strategy map, and it'll have 13 anticipation. It's a resource in the game, I guess.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
That trailer didn't really explain anything to me. It's like, hey, you're on a grid and you play cards. Let's go. All right.
Do it.
And speaking of not really explaining anything, Killing Floor 2 is getting a new expansion too. Tidal Terror.
Tidal Terror.
It's a good name, but it's mostly just a new map and some new weapons.
Yeah.
One of which is a shrink ray. That's cool. I've never been a big Killing Floor person, but cool to see it's getting some new stuff. We got some stuff about Arma 4. Never been an Arma guy, personally, but glad that exists for the people that love it.
Yeah.
Then we got like a big conglomeration thing for the Shiro games showcase in the middle of the PC Gaming Show, which is Dune Spice Wars is getting a multiplayer update. I didn't even realize that game existed.
Yeah. That's RTS, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Then Northgard is getting an expansion that puts you into Ragnarok.
They want to end that game?
Right. War Tales is getting a co-op mode, which is cool. And then they're launching their first indie game, like their own published game, which is Abyssals in 2023. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then finally they have Decarnation, which is a story-heavy pixel-based horror game. That looks pretty cool.
All right.
Just a lot of stuff going on there, you know?
Yeah.
I Am Future is next. This is a survival crafting building game in the future. Post-apocalyptic Earth. Could be good. Again, not really my kind of game.
Yeah.
I feel like if anybody's like, wow, it really seems like they don't have a lot to say about these. It's like, well, you know, these aren't our genres. These are niche.
Yeah. And there's not, you know, we've got one release date.
Yeah.
And like I said, it feels like a lot of this is just like, hey, you should already know.
Right.
About most of these.
Yeah, these are just, hey, this exists for the most part. Great Houses of Calderia is like Crusader Kings, but instead of in Crusader Kings, like you make a dynasty and it continues, your family members are actually on the map doing things. So that could be good. depending on how our
Yeah,
survival
that one,
mechanics are.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Uh, an expansion on the strategy idea.
Yeah.
And if the way they make it sound, there's you're going to have multiple layers. You're going to have like political and
Right.
other things you have to keep up with. So that might be interesting.
Could be good. I'm dreading having to type all this out. Jurassic World Evolution 2.
The first game's good for just for a dino sim where you build a park. It looks good. It's really interesting. It's got the dinosaurs. It tells you where they're found.
Yeah.
That was good. Should be interesting.
This new deal is Dominion Biosyn,
Yeah.
which
Unless
is
you're
just
betting-
more dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. This might be one you have some thoughts on. The System Shock remake got a new trailer.
I need to look at that.
It just looks like System Shock, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
We're in a world where most of our remakes don't look like the original game anymore,
True.
and this just looks like an up-resed System Shock. Down to the hacking screen looks very similar to the original. Like it's good.
Okay. No, I'm not jacking with it too much. Just get it to where it'll run on newer systems.
Right? You want System Shock, but you wanted it for little years. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Falling Frontier is a new RTS that is a space RTS. Again, I wish I could tell you more, but the trailer literally didn't tell me anything more other than it's a space RTS.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what we fall into every time. Man, we still have so many of these to go.
Well, we don't. One of the problems is that, like you say, you don't have a lot to go off of.
Yeah.
For a lot of these, like the next one, we got Super People next.
Right. It's a battle
No
royale.
Yeah, no release date on that. Immortality,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know if that goes with the Invincible or not.
I don't think so.
Immortality.
This is made by the people who made Her Story, so it's going to be a game like that.
Okay. Then you've got what is that? Navalis?
Yeah, Navalis, and this is a cyberpunk management game.
Oh,
where you can
okay.
fish.
I do know about this one. Yes.
Seems cool.
Yeah. And then Demon School seems like an anime I wouldn't want anybody to know I watched. But it sounds like it. But
It's very Shin Megami Tensei.
yeah. We talked about Scorn already a little bit, which there's not as many that go over that I thought it would be.
Yeah, there's a lot of less crossover for sure.
Yeah, than I thought there would be. Now, this one has got your attention, I'm sure.
It does, but I'm a little upset.
40K Space Marine 2.
So, Space Marine 2, they talk about how it's going to have you fighting like thousands of Tyranids at a time. And then they don't really let us see a lot of that. It keeps cutting away from the trailer to devs talking, which is fine, but it's all mostly like cinematic. We don't ever really get a pull to gameplay. Which, like, the first game, the gameplay is so punchy. Just give me that. Give me some time with that punchy gameplay.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of the first game is, hey, you're an Ultramarine fighting a bunch of orcs. You just bully your way into them and start cutting them down. And that's what I want from this one for Tyranids. I want it to be, let me shove my way into a swarm and just start cutting them down. But we'll see. The cinematics, of course, look beautiful, but...
Yeah. Let's see the first 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah, right. After
this
that,
Agent-
we get, what is this? What is this?
Agent 64, Spies Never Die.
Yeah. Do you like GoldenEye? Because that's what this is. Somebody just remade GoldenEye.
Which is not a bad idea.
No, it's not a
I
bad
mean,
idea at
even
all.
Agent 64.
Yeah,
It's not like they're trying to hide it, I don't think.
right. It's got a
Just a-
campaign level creator, which is nice.
That's cool.
But,
Very cool.
Deliver us from Mars. Deliver us Mars. Not deliver us from Mars. Deliver us
That's
Mars.
Mars, yes.
is supposed to be a immersive third-person sci-fi adventure game. That could be
and
good.
so many of these darks, I just don't know. I'll have to wait till they're listed on Steam.
Yeah.
And then get to get a good description of them.
Yeah. Deliver Us the Moon. I hope it's a continuation of Deliver Us the Moon. Be a great game then. Stormgate is next, which is a free-to-play RTS from former Blizzard devs that broke off. Some of the team that made StarCraft and StarCraft 2.
Oh.
That left the company years ago are making their own free-to-play RTS, which is really interesting.
That might be interesting to check out.
Yeah. That has my attention, but that's all we know about it.
Right.
Then Lasera Summit Kingdom is, hey, you want to build cities on mountains that are Asian inspired, like Chinese, ancient Chinese inspired? Let's go for it. I'm down.
Yeah. I do it.
Frozen Flame?
Yeah.
Is like an open world survival sim with snowy wastes that's supposed to be following in the footsteps of like V Rising for vampires, but on the tundra.
Okay.
So could be good.
Yeah.
We'll see. Then we have Victoria 3 from Paradox, which is the newest one in the Victoria series. I have never really enjoyed these games personally. Maybe this time I will, but I doubt it. Gloomwood got shown off.
Yeah.
And just, hey, it looks okay.
Yeah.
It's that style of game made by that dev again, use the same art style.
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people don't. This is a weird title and a weird trailer. Black Firewall. I'm hoping or I'm guessing that it's like Stanley Parable because that's what this trailer feels like. Because this trailer's about not making a trailer.
All right.
But it could be good. We'll see.
All right. You got to tell me about this next one.
Them's Fighting Herds has a new update, which brings some DLC fighters, specifically the Donkey Shanty, and new super moves. I wish I liked playing this game, man. I backed it on Kickstarter way back when.
Yeah.
It just the ideas behind it are so good. The music changes. The background music of the level changes based on who's winning the match.
Yeah.
And so the music, every single stage song has an entire like undertrack designed to play depending on who's winning, and the music is so well done in that regard. But I just don't like playing it as a fighting game.
Fair enough.
Core Keeper got an update for Sunken Sea. I forgot this game existed, but the update will be out on June 15th.
Okay.
So that's cool.
That.
The makers of Grim Dawn are making a new game called Farthest Frontier. And I think I forgot to put the... Was that?
About a frontier.
Yeah.
Falling frontier.
Lots of frontiers.
Lots of frontiers.
I think I forgot to put the date on this in the docket, but it's coming out in August.
Okay, so we have a date for this one.
Yeah. But
or a month at least.
Right. Doesn't actually tell us much about it, but it's a city builder.
Yeah.
Lots of city builders. There's another one right here called Synergy. Seems all right. And then Icarus is getting the Styx Mac Pack.
Okay.
I'm starting to fall apart here. But that's okay because
I thought it was another Styx entry. I was kind of excited, but it's not.
No, I'm sorry. Half-Life Alyx is the last announcement we have for this show. Not for the podcast, but for the PC gaming show.
Yeah.
Levitation is the edition that's coming on. For anybody who doesn't know, Half-Life Alyx, of course, is the VR game that was put out. Levitation seems to be a sequel to it with another 5 or so hours of gameplay, they've said. So,
Life, the fan-made remake got an update, and they're almost
yeah.
done with it.
Black Mesa?
Yeah, they're almost done with it.
Yeah. As Dark says, it looks great, but I don't own the expensive VR unit I would need to be able to play this. So
we got at least a couple more years before I think VR really gets to because it's not at common stages.
Yeah.
It's just it's the price point, especially on a PC. Price point is out of definitely out of my range.
Yeah. I understand. And that was the PC gaming show. I think on a whole it was good. But these announcements, most of them were just like, hey, we're making this. And it's like, okay, but what is it? We're not going to tell you. Okay, thanks, I guess.
We got a little more out of this next one.
Yeah, so next up is the Capcom Showcase. And we're looking at, right off the bat, of course, we get some Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak news.
Now, some of this we're going to be repeating ourselves. We just got more news on it.
Right. So, right off the bat here, we got Gormagala, Espinas, the Daimyo Hermitar, and the Pyre-Rachna Kadaki have been added into the game. Of these, the Pyre-Rachna Kadaki is the only new monster. But Gormagala is a fan favorite, Espinas is a fan favorite, and the Daimyo Hermitar is a variation of the Big Skull Hermitar. So really cool there. There's going to be a demo that's coming out June 14th.
I'm going to ask about this. Is that like a early release?
It's not. It's a standalone demo. But if you complete missions in the demo, it will give you rewards in the full game when it comes out. And you don't have to own Rise to play this demo.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. They also have some free title updates that'll follow. That'll bring Lucent Nargacuga along with some other ones. I was positive when I was taking the notes for this that it was not Lucent and was Luscient, but it is in fact Lucent Nargacuga. So, don't exactly know what that word means, but okay. So, then we got some Street Fighter 6 stuff.
Yeah.
And the big thing
they changed
go ahead.
I was going to say the big thing, they fixed the logo.
Yes. And they showed off a little bit more of our main character, Luke, who is the big new character for it. I still don't like the way he looks, but that's really all we got was just, hey, here's the official logo drop with the official, because everything else we had was leaked. So here's the official drops for that stuff, and it was okay. We also got the confirmation that the Capcom Fighting Collection is coming June 24th.
Yeah, but we didn't get confirmation on everything that's going to be in that.
Nope.
And I think that goes for the second one as well. The next one as well.
The Capcom Arcade Stadium 2 is also coming July 22nd, and it just didn't tell us what all was in there.
Yeah, well, I know they're supposed to come with a few games each.
Yep.
But
they listed off a couple of them, but they didn't give the full list, so I didn't feel like we needed to try and.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It was.
It's like, well, that's not. You've done this before, and you give us a list.
You give a verbal list on screen every other time. Why not this time?
Yeah, maybe they haven't finished deciding what they're putting in it yet. I don't know.
Maybe so. But after that, we got the big thing for the show, which is Exoprimal, and they spent a good little bit of time on this. I'm gonna be honest with you. When they announced Exoprimal before, our discussion on it was, "Hey, it looks like you fight dinosaurs."
Yeah.
Now, this thing looks pretty good.
It does. It looks like there's more to it, and I don't feel like I'm watching an updated Turok or Dino Crisis.
Right. I actually want to play this.
Yes. Yeah. The graphics look amazing. Absolutely amazing. On that, the webbing and the texture on the that foot.
Yes.
comes down, man,
Yeah, it looked
does. It
very
looks
good.
It does.
I don't want to spend any real time on it because I didn't add it to the docket, but there was a thing for Dragon's Dogma in here that was just, hey, 10 years of Dragon's Dogma is coming up, so we're going to have a Dragon's Dogma announcement later. See ya. And it's like, all right.
I imagine that's just going to be like a little bonus box set thing.
It's going to be a book or something. It's not going to be... If it was going to be a game, they just showed it off here. After that, we had some updates on Resident Evil Village. Specifically, the Gold Edition is coming out, which will come with the DLC that's already been released. And also, there's going to be a new DLC chapter that is Shadows of Rose. Lets you play as Rose. Looks really cool. And then they're adding a new Mercenaries mode that lets you play as Chris Redfield, Heisenberg, and Alcina Dimitrescu.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this is going to start going in, because one of the best things about the Resident Evil Revelations 2, the game was fun.
Yeah.
But those little mercenary missions that you ran,
yes,
built up your characters, that's what keeps you coming back to that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm glad they're adding more onto this.
Also, it's going to be great to be able to play as Heisenberg. I know everybody's like excited to get to play as big tall girl.
Yeah.
Big Dommy Mommy, as so many people call her. But look, Heisenberg's a great character. And if I get to hear him make cracks the whole time while I'm doing it.
And then Chris Redfield's Chris Redfield. So,
yeah.
You know.
It was cool.
Now, the third person mode.
Yeah.
October 28th. That's really interesting.
Yeah. Do you want to go back and play this game in third person? I do, because I feel like it's going to change a lot of how I thought things were going on. Because I know spoilers for that game. Why are you letting me play in third person?
Yeah. No, I think that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What an interesting thing to put as a DLC.
The gold version will come with all of this, yeah. The gold version will be all the DLC. So that's cool.
And I do. The third person mode is actually, that actually got me excited.
Yeah.
Because that makes me think back on other games. I'm like, man, like you said, it's just such a different perspective, a different style.
Yeah.
Of seeing the world. I think it's gonna be really cool.
And then finally for this show,
by the gold version,
RE4 Remake, we got a new trailer on it. And again, this trailer didn't show a lot of gameplay, but it did show a little bit. And one of the big things I was worried about was that the changes they made would ruin the atmosphere of RE4. I don't think that I'm worried about that anymore.
Fair enough.
Because RE4 is like dark and silly at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And this trailer is mostly the dark stuff, right?
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you get Leon just given a goofy line. And it makes me go, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. But if you haven't played the original, please don't think this is a replacement, because I don't know if it is yet. You should still play the original.
I would say this is one of the. I would say play it before the remake comes out.
For sure, play the original now, and then play the remake when it comes out.
And I don't know. There's a few games that be like, no, just play the remake.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. I think with this one, I'd say play the original.
I would.
There's
RE2. I would say RE2. You could just play the remake.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there's something special about RE4 and where it sits. Yeah.
Finally, I'm amazed that we have almost come out in time.
Ooh, I know. We got
with all that we covered.
two new topics, right?
Do you feel also emotionally like completely drained? Or?
I do, because it's kind of a weird list to go through, because even though Xbox's and Bethesda was so long, they really gave us more gameplay, like actual gameplay than I've seen in a long time. And the computer one was kind of, the PC was kind of weird because it was such a fast thing.
It was
so many, and it was just machine gun this with just a couple of like breaths in there,
right,
for a couple of the games. And then Capcom was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty
for the
solid.
little show.
It's a good little 20 minutes.
Mhm.
So, news-wise, this is a weird story. God of War Ragnarok may or may not be delayed.
Yeah.
So, last week, Wednesday of last week, a report came out that said that God of War Ragnarok was being pushed back to 2023 and that Sony just didn't want to talk about it yet. And there was a report Thursday from Santa Monica Studios saying that they had heard from somebody let me clarify, not their official Twitter account, somebody that worked at Santa Monica Studios, saying, yeah, they confirmed the rumor, it's getting delayed. And then Friday, Jason Schreier of Bloomberg put out a deal that says, no, it's not getting delayed. Why do you think it's getting delayed? So it's really, who do you believe?
I don't know. I don't trust leaks a lot
Right.
and rumors, so they do have truth in them sometimes.
Right.
But then again, it's hard for me to trust the devs with that many stockholders.
Right.
You know.
So
if we were going to get a delay announcement, that's been pushed back.
right. The delay announcement won't happen for at least another couple of weeks if that's going to happen. But yeah, right now it's Schrodinger's Ragnarok. So
If we get a delay announcement on that, it'll be in November.
yeah, I think so too. I think it'll be right up close to time it was supposed to come out.
Right. It'd be like, gosh darn it, we just want to make this better for you.
Yeah, we want to make it the best experience it can be.
Yeah. Yeah. We already know the letter or the statement that's going to come out.
Yeah. So this last news story is maybe the weirdest one of the week. Nintendo underestimated Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Nintendo didn't expect people to love Xenoblade so much. They, for whatever reason, instead of just dropping pre-orders for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, they made it an event. They said, hey, on this day, at this time, which was Tuesday of last week, right after the show, Tuesday midnight, pre-orders going live for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And it was the first time since the Switch's eShop has been live that it got completely overloaded and the servers caught on fire and the Switch eShop died and was down for 18 hours.
I wonder, one, that's crazy. Two, I wonder if this has to do with Nintendo and this game being very Japanese.
Could be.
And them not realizing a Western audience.
Right.
That's one of the ones that translates.
Right.
So, no.
I think you're absolutely right because Nintendo for years has shown that they don't understand why people love Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is like a beloved child of the West. That game is held in such regard by people, and it was stuck on the Wii for so long. And then they put out a 3DS version, and everybody was like, all right, so when's the Switch version coming? And Nintendo was like, haha, here's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It was like, sweet, yeah, this game rules. When's the first one coming to Switch? When's Xenoblade Chronicles X getting off of the Wii U? And Nintendo goes, here's Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And we're like, oh. They go, okay, finally, we'll put out Xenoblade 1 Definitive. Here you go. And that game sold gangbusters. And now it's like, yeah, guess what? People like these games. Why would you make it an event?
Yeah. Well, I think, give them a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Hey, check your customers.
I agree. Let them know that, hey, people like these games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's man, 18-hour drop for Nintendo. That's crazy, man.
It is, isn't it? But, hey, maybe this means we'll finally get Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Maybe so. Do that, and it may give them a shove towards some, maybe some DLC.
Yeah.
For you've got the core game there. Build it out a little bit.
Right.
You can carry this game for a couple years easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
All right.
Wow.
We made it.
Yeah, we did.
You have any plugs?
Yeah, I do. Y'all have heard me mention Steven the Blender a couple times. He
Yeah.
changed the channel name to period K.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's got that's it. That's his channel name now. Still got some good stuff. So go check him out. You get a chance.
Absolutely.
I do have a little bit interesting story.
Okay.
It won't take very long, but something
Go
to
for
look
it.
up if you're interested. Okay, the lady who invented the Ouija board. Now she invented it. She says she learned to contact the dead. I mean,
Right.
she used black arts, figured out and do it. Well, her husband wanted to sell it. It was his idea to market it.
Right.
So they went to a lot of different toy manufacturers, showing it off. Nobody wanted to buy it. They were like, "No, we're not getting into that." Well, one toy manufacturer, the CEO or the CFO, I don't remember, one of them. Anyway, he gets in touch with him, says, "Come in," and says, "That thing tells me my name. If you can tell me my name using that thing, I will, we'll manufacture it." And it did. And so he gave them the money, the manufacturer bought the rights to it and everything. A few years later, the husband and the wife that made the game, invented it, split up.
Oh no.
Yeah. And the wife refused ever to use. Her statement was, "Do not use the Ouija board. It lies." And she, after just a couple years after selling the rights to it, she never used it again. Wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't allow it in her house.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can go check on the story. It's a strange story, but just something for the end of the show.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Well, we are at 2:06. You're gonna sign us out. You got any
Yeah.
plugs?
I want to plug our Thursday show. Just a reminder, we do D&D
Ooh.
podcast Thursdays.
That's right. And Thursdays, if Thursday everything goes good, we'll be on Twitch and YouTube.
Yep.
That night, and everything's set up. Everything runs smooth in this location. And we have no good,
Right.
no trouble. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
The MMO Monday starting with Lotro will be at the same time as this. Will be starting on Monday, so you'll be able to catch the full spectrum Monday for MMO Mondays, Tuesday for a normal podcast where we go through gaming news, and Thursdays for D&D.
Yep.
And who knows? Maybe we'll get something figured out for Wednesday.
Yeah, maybe. This upcoming D&D podcast too is special because we're finishing off the races, picking up classes for them from Mordekainen's Monsters of the Multiverse.
Yeah, we should get through that and maybe get started to some of the monsters.
Yeah.
Fun discussion, by the way. I like having fun with that.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. All right, then. With all that said, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungren.
We've been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. That life